Hey y'all, it's me, Johnny Janae, and welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for supporting me, and throughout this video, if you're liking what I'm talking about, please comment, like, share, and subscribe below. So we're getting straight into it, y'all. This video is about finding my niche, my personal journey or whatever, trying to figure out what I want my social media to be and different things like that. And y'all, honestly, they might have ate that one little thing. They might have ate that one little thing when they was talking about you got to niche down just a little bit. But I also heavily disagree with chasing down the algorithm and doing different stuff like that. So let me just kind of get into it, y'all. Basically, I am somebody who loves to do many different things. I like structure, but I also like spontaneity. So I've never liked the idea of forcing myself into one box and being considered as just a makeup girl, or just like a finance advice girl, or just like a life advice girl, or just a pole dancer, or just a nail tech, or just a fashion girl. Like, that's not really my vibe. So I've learned that yes, niching down a little bit from like being 10 different things does work for people to understand you a little bit better. But for me personally, it's been a little bit stressful and it's been a little bit annoying because I want to exist as myself. I don't want to not entertain what I feel like entertaining in that moment. And I feel like being a creative person sometimes is a big struggle to exist and for other people to understand you and for you to show up online certain ways because you want to be able to engage every part of you and pay homage to every single part of you that is great. But they might have ate that one little thing when they said you gotta niche down a little bit, because despite me being frustrated with trying to force myself into a box so that I could show up online, I have seen where if I, like, say it like this, if you look at yourself as the niche, then everything just gets broken down into like a subcategory. So for me, I look at it now as I am the niche. I'm not gonna say I'm just a beauty person, or just a dancer, or just an athlete, just a finance, motivational advice type of person. I'm going to say I'm Janae. And what does Janae enjoy doing? Okay, well, this is different brackets that I enjoy doing that in. And if I can try to make everything correlate with each other, then when I post or when I'm presenting myself, I'll be a little bit more palatable for other people. And it's been a journey, y'all, for real, because I feel like still sometimes I'm releasing something that I really love. Like, I really love to dance, but I might not want to bring all of my dancing onto social media because I'm trying to promote a makeup brand. So it's almost like, where does dancing and makeup kind of go hand in hand? Okay, the dancing might have to fall off a little bit, but where does beauty and fashion kind of go hand in hand? Okay, you might wear like a fashionable outfit and your makeup is done. So it's a little bit easier to market them with each other, if y'all get what I'm saying. So I'm not necessarily saying just forsake every other part of you that isn't easily understandable, because I'm still gonna be an amazing dancer at the end of the day. I'm still going to be a person that loves financial literacy and loves motivational talking and just talking all together. I'm still gonna be a person that loves makeup. I've always loved makeup. I'm reading a notification. I've always loved makeup. Always loved business. Always loved the idea of marketing and different stuff like that. But becoming the niche, like you being yourself and you figuring out how to kind of fit things slightly into subcategories while not completely giving up on who you are in its entirety, is way better than just trying to force yourself into one box. So I'm still showing up as myself, but now I'm treating myself as I'm being me, And if I'm being me, I'll attract the right people that I need to attract, opposed to me pretending to be something that I'm not, then attracting an audience that I wouldn't like as a person. They don't like me as a person. Every time I get on social media, I gotta pretend and act and I gotta be in actor mode every time I get on social media. I don't really feel like doing that. This is who I am. This is straight up just whatever, right? I could be a little bit more bubbly than what I'm feeling at the time, but for the most part, I'm not necessarily acting with my social media. I'm being myself. So I think that's really what I wanted to do with me creating my brand and business and all of that stuff. I just wanted to be authentic to me and be able to show up as me every time, not just like I built up this character of something that I'm nowhere near like at all. And every time I turn on the camera or somebody sees me, I have to pretend to be something that I'm not. I ain't got time for that. It's so exhausting, so draining, and I just want to be able to show up as myself. So I became the niche. The niche is me. Like, this is me, this is who I am, this is my life. This is my journey. And I like this in here, I like that in there. And then just as life goes on, things fall off and things get added on or things mature into what they should be. But overall, I would say if you want to build a brand that people can resonate with, because I've been on social media since I was like 15, be yourself. And I've always kind of been myself, and like who I was at 15 is very different than who I'm gonna be at 25. So it's never like I was pretending to be something I wasn't, or I'm nicer than how I appear to be, I'm meaner than how I appear to be, or this and that and that. This is me, and this is me growing. So I have become my niche. Nobody can be Janae like I can be Janae, because they don't know what I think, they don't know how I feel. And quite frankly, I can express myself in so many different ways, but how somebody wanna feel about me is how they're gonna feel about me, and that's their business. It's not my business how somebody feels about me. So I can just be my best self. Anytime that I show up, I could try to show my best to show up as my best self. And sometimes it might not be the best. Sometimes it might be a little bit shaky and kind of scrappy, and I'm still figuring things out. But at the end of the day, nobody could be me like I could be me. And I love me. So be true to yourself. And as long as you're being true to yourself, you'll find your way. Will it be difficult? 100%. Will there be times where you want to give up? 100%. Will there be times where people kind of pass those slick comments, or you look at what other people have going on and you're like, oh, maybe they're doing it better. Maybe I should try to do it like this. Maybe I should try to do it like that. 100%. But overall, what I can say is me getting through my life in a lot of different situations has been because of my innate belief in myself and my ability to be like, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna make these decisions, whether I'm getting tongue-tied. I'm gonna make these decisions, whether they were the best decision or they were the wrong decision. They are my decisions to make, and I can look back at them and I can say, okay, I made the decision I needed to make to survive or live in that moment. And now I'm just in a different era of my life. I wanna thrive. So I believe in just being yourself. Like, maybe you don't gotta be as transparent as I am, because even sometimes I'll be like, girl, you need to shut the hell up. But overall, y'all, become your niche. It's okay to look sometimes and be inspired or not really understand what you're doing within your genre, or like you don't know like how to go about things or different stuff like that, but have some belief in yourself. Create some understanding that sometimes you will make decisions that might not be right, but they're your decisions to make, and that's the beauty within that journey. So it makes me kind of feel a little bit like twisted in the brain sometimes by looking at other people and being like, okay, well, I'm gonna take this advice, I'm gonna take that advice, I'm gonna take that. You just become an amalgamation of everybody else except for yourself. Sometimes you gotta just be yourself. That's it. So I feel like for me to have been binging like self-help content, like a whole lot of other different content, sometimes you get a little bit lost in the sauce. Sometimes you got to just turn all of it off and be like, I'm just going to do this and I'm going to see how it goes when I do this. And if I fail, great. I learned my lesson and I'm going to keep it pushing. But to try to follow someone else's thing step by step all the time without having any originality in it, that's where you get a little bit lost in the sauce. So become your own niche. Be yourself. Be true to yourself and be okay with if like you make mistakes, if it don't come along right, if it's this, if it's that, because I didn't start my social media with followers. I gained my followers. Some people have been following me for years. Some people just started following me. Some people kind of have known me for just a little bit, you know, like whatever, right? But overall, if I have people following me, I want people to follow me for me. I want people to love me for me. I want people to understand me for me. And every time they might not understand me, and that's okay, because it's not my job to try to get everybody to understand me. But if I show up authentically and live my life authentically, then hopefully I inspire somebody that might need it, or I can be the boost or the pep in whatever part of your journey that you are in, that you need a little help, and maybe some of my content came across your feed and it's a blessing to you, and that is a joy to me. So that's just my biggest thing that I wanted to accomplish. And if you're true to yourself, I'm not gonna say you can't fail, you can fail, but sometimes failing isn't all that bad. So I hope that helps you guys out a little bit. I will see you next time. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe, and welcome to Dragon's Den.